Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 3 ways of making sure that you create and you create and you create and you create and you create money. Yeah, Saman.
Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to you guys to this webinar that has had a lot of energy to it. It's had a lot of molecules playing up, and it's gotten us really excited to be here today. So, thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much for your curiosity, your inquisitiveness to actually knowing really. We have different topics. We have relationships, we have money, we have body, health. You guys know that there have been so many different topics that we continue to talk about. But it's like really each one of them target one thing in my point of view, which is really the true creation and actualization of your life and living. Like what is really possible for you. And all of them come from a curiosity of really having the thirst for something greater. Not saying that we don't have a great life already. We all have pretty phenomenal lives. Even if you think you don't, I'm going to burst your bubble today. You all have phenomenal lives and always have. But it's fantastic to have a thirst for something even greater because the universe always functions from an infinite source of knowing, being, perceiving, and receiving. And there's always free will. So if you ask, you shall receive. If you don't ask, that will be honored.
Yeah, the universe really has no point of view. It's like if you don't ask, the universe is like, okay. And if you ask, the universe is like, here I am at your service, ma'am. So
Yeah,
it's really how you choose to create your life from the space of asking or from the space of being, I have enough. I shouldn't ask for more because then I'm greedy and then I'm wrong. So much of that
and selfish
information.
and
Yeah,
selfish.
yeah. Instead of just being the space of, okay, I have a great life. I have so much joy and whatever. And now, what if I could have even more? Not from a space of, I need more and I need to take more, but from a space of, I'd like to have more possibilities. I'd like to have more joy. I'd like to have more laughter in my world. I'd like to have more magic. I'd like to have more nurturing, kind, caring people in my world. What if all of that is a possibility?
Yeah. Do you want to make me the
I
host as well? I can keep muting.
okay, yeah. Um, how do I do that?
It's okay. That's all
Ah,
right.
okay, thanks. Sridevi says, I acknowledge I'm rich, rich, and a bitch. That's cool. Yeah.
One of the things that I think I get asked a lot in these money calls and money classes and topics of money is um, the element of being selfish or the element of being greedy or the element of having a lack of gratitude. Like if you ask for more, does that mean you're being selfish for yourself, or does it mean that you're being like there's a lack of gratitude in your world? I'm gonna just plainly, blatantly say no. That is not true. The universe is an abundant universe, and there is so much to offer for everyone, whether that's, whatever field, whatever energy you are looking for in life. We actually function from an infinite resource universe, which means the universe is continuously replenishing greater and greater and greater for every single being on this planet. So just because you got more doesn't mean that someone else who also would like more will not get more. The universe has so much available for everyone, and it is never ever taken away from anyone else to be brought to you, or vice versa.
I think that is so beautiful what you said. It's never taken from someone to bring it to you. It's
Yeah.
There's just so much abundance, like Isha said, there's so much abundance that there is no lack in the world. The lack is in our mind. It's a creation, it's an invention, it's a belief that there's not enough. But that's not true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, if you're willing to be the energy of, I am so grateful for everything I have chosen. No, I am so grateful for everything I have today. I'm so grateful for everywhere I was actually supported by money, by the universe, by my relationships, by these beautiful beings I have chosen to actually have what I desire in my life. And now, really, what else is possible? It's the lack of gratitude that creates, let's say, the energy of greedy. It's when you're unwilling to have the energy of gratitude and when you're not willing to really truly acknowledge you. But if you include gratitude and include the fact that you are the source of your entire freaking life,
Yeah.
you
You know,
really
Isha,
doesn't.
sorry to interrupt you, but I just wanted to ask you, we're talking about money, but what is money?
What is money? Why don't we ask everyone here if they
Yeah.
would
What
like
is
to?
money, guys?
What is money for you?
Don't give the access answer.
Yeah,
My first immediately I felt like money is love.
Okay.
that's nice. That's
Energy
nice because
exchange,
I'll
as
tell you why
Leonie.
later.
Yeah.
Leonie
Yeah.
says energy exchange.
I got money's joy.
Okay.
I
Joy,
like that. Happiness,
happiness, power,
power. It's interesting.
something to
Something to
achieve,
achieve, goal, energy.
energy.
Money is me because my nickname is what?
Money, joy,
I think
Good.
money is freedom.
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 Okay.
I feel like that's a huge point of view that a lot of people have.
Yeah.
Like, as the more money equals more freedom,
Yeah.
which is
Freedom, security, you know,
independence.
independence. Yeah. There. Yeah. Money is
Ah,
choice.
yes,
True.
choice.
Yeah. So much of that.
Money is
The
honey.
money,
Oh,
Yogesh,
that's
you're
my
funny.
favorite one
Money
so
is
far.
honey, Yogesh, you're funny. Kind of right.
Bio says choices. Cool. So what is money, Mom?
Well, money is, what is money for you, Isha?
Well, everything in the universe really is just made of energy. Every molecule in the universe is energy. I am energy, you are energy. And money is nothing other than just energy. The only reason we give it so much significance on this planet is because it is made so significant ages ago when barter system was introduced. Before barter system, I was reading this really interesting book on how money came to be. um do you remember the name of the book?
So Sridevi says, I wish to sleep on a bed of money. Wow. Choose it.
Yeah. I don't remember. Do you remember the name of the book that it was, Mom, that Gary had
Um,
suggested to read about money?
I am not sure of the book, but I do remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I
What
was
was
reading this book about really how money was introduced. So ages and ages and ages ago, when money didn't really exist, people actually people. So if there's one item that two people really wanted, who gets it? It was leading to wars, it was leading to murders, it was leading to a lot of destruction over achieving one physical item. And as a way to introduce organization and honor every being, they kind of introduced barter system in a certain sense. And then barter system went ahead and became um, notes and
Coins and
coins and
yeah, and
money.
yeah,
And the original reason money was ever really introduced, or the concept of money was introduced, was actually to create organization of this planet. So money could honor every single being and every single being's choice and not take it away. But we've been living for so many years and it's gotten so bastardized on this planet that now actually people are using money as a tool to destroy each other, which was not its original target in the first place. Um, so money is actually just energy in its true form, in its true nature, is just energy. And anything that makes it more than that is just our point of view, with the amount of significance that we put on it.
yeah. And it's also so interesting to talk, when you were talking about how it started with to honor each other. So, somebody who had to actually, there were no wars and there were no fights over one particular item. And then it went on to, a barter system. Then it went on to gold coins and silver coins and copper coins. And then there had to be a common currency around the world. So there was, like Isha said, a form of organization. And that currency is what people started to misidentify as money. Like currency is money. But the
Yeah.
thing is, currency is cash. Money is energy. There's a difference in the two. Oh, okay. Okay. So money is really an energy, and what you are looking at, what we are talking about, cash is the currency that actually got created to create harmony between different countries and different societies and different economic forums. So the thing here is that you really want to acknowledge is that when you step away and you structure an energy and you define energy as something, it takes away from the energy or what it originally was, which started to happen with money because cash started to get defined, cash started to get, talked about as a certain had a certain conversion to other currencies across the world, and all of that started to create money as a structure, which became the financial structure around the world that could be justified, that could be understood, that could be compared to. So that started to create competition and power and control. But that
And
wasn't the basic idea for money.
yeah. And like if we really ask, like, what is true power? I know a lot of us feel that on this or on this planet, more money equals more power, less money equals less power. That's a very, very common notion that goes around. But it's like, really, what is power? Power is really your being. You are power. Knowing, when you know that you have the ability to choose anything, when you know that you have the ability to change anything, that is true power. And I see your hand, and we're going to come to you in just a second because I have so much going on in here that I'm just like, where do I go from here? Like, there's so much. But and and what is true wealth? True wealth is your very being. We think if we have X amount of money in our bank account, which whatever point of view that we have, whatever number we've set, a lot of us have different numbers in our heads, depending on what we have decided. Once we reach this number, we will be extremely wealthy. But it's like, true wealth is knowing that in any moment when you require money, you will be supported by the universe to have that, to have whatever you would like to have, whether that's, um, for a lot of people, I know education is a huge thing, and it's a huge, for a lot of parents. So it's like they're continuously, that's one of their main targets, to give their children the best education they can. And they would like to. But it's like, knowing that if that is what you truly desire, money will show up to support you. Money is just a tool. You know, we've run behind money as though if I have money, I'll be able to have this. But no, ask for what you would truly like to have. And the money will show up to support what it is you're asking for. Ask yourself, truly ask yourself, if there's ever been a moment that you truly, truly desired something, did the money show up or not?
Yeah.
Suman.
So one of my question is like when we come to access calls and we talk about money like this, cognitive brain understand ki it's energy. But side by side, back of the mind, what I feel is currency. I feel money. The cash in hand, I feel money. So how to handle these two things? Are you getting my question?
Yes.
And one more question, let me put it together, then I'll go for mute. The other thing is, suppose if I'm wanting something, like recently it happened with me, I was desiring something. Money show up in the form of debt. So is it okay?
I love that. I love that.
So
All
one
the
day
guilt.
I
Can I just clear all the guilt over there, please?
no, this time I'm not sensing any guilt ki I borrowed. I was trying to
Okay.
put it ki, oh wow, money came to fulfill my desire. Now I'll repay it later maybe.
Well, you just said it.
You know what my favorite thing about these classes is when participants ask their own question and then facilitate themselves instantly. That's my favorite. That is my favorite part of it all.
Going to ask another question like how to increase the gratitude, and automatically it came to me ki what will it take to be more grateful towards money what I have already.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I'm just gonna take that question and just add more to it because I have so much to say about gratitude. Gratitude is an element that in like it's like an element of magic. It's an element of miraculousness. Not in the way that we've been brought up reading of, about fantasy books and watching these miracle TV shows. It's not that world we're talking about. But it's like instant change and instant actualization with magic, gratitude, if you're willing to instill gratitude in every molecule of your world. A lot of people are fighting with their bodies. How much gratitude can you instill with your body? A lot of people are fighting with their financial reality. How much gratitude can you instill for every choice you have made? One of the things that I have, this is years ago, but one of the things that I consciously did to instill more gratitude in my world was I actually, and this is the simplest tool, and a lot of people have already done it, but I kept a gratitude journal at night and I would just write 10 things I'm grateful for. Simple, common, extremely powerful. 1 month later, I just became the space of gratitude. And it's like in a world, either judgment exists or gratitude exists. Both of them cannot exist together. So, really, like when you're choosing judgment, which is right and wrong, good and bad, if you just turn your perspective towards gratitude, that judgment ceases to exist. And it's instantly. And that's a tool I use a lot when I'm going into judgment or I'm looking at right, wrong, good, bad. Mom, you wanna add to that?
Yeah. I mean, gratitude is whatever you have gratitude for will grow. You can either have gratitude or judgment. So you can either have gratitude for every penny that you have in your house, every penny that you've created, or you can judge that it's not enough. Or you can judge that, it's really hard to make money, or don't know how to make money, and I don't have enough money. And there's all of that judgment that can come to the surface. Or you can just be like, I'm just so grateful I have a roof on my head and I have food to eat and I have enough money to create even more.
And I
Knowing
have
that,
me.
Yeah, that's just it. Just knowing that whatever you have in these 10 seconds, whatever money you have in these 10 seconds, when I say money, I'm talking about cash here. Whatever money, whatever cash you have in these 10 seconds is what you're willing to receive in these 10 seconds. It's like when Dane was talking to Gary and he said, Gary, I have a money problem. And Gary said, no, you don't. He said, you don't understand, Gary. I have a money problem. And he said, no, you don't. He says, Gary, you're not listening to me. I have a money issue. He says, no, you don't. You have a receiving issue.
Yeah.
But how many of us have not, we're not acknowledging that it's a receiving issue, and we've misidentified it as a money issue. So when you have gratitude, there is no space for a money issue or even a receiving issue, because what you are really embracing in those 10 seconds is gratitude for what you have.
Yeah. That was beautiful.
Yeah. So did that give you clarity, dear Suman?
A lot. Still, I'm in cash and again money.
Okay.
Cash and
Yeah,
money. Shall
that
you want to talk
was
about that?
that was the first question she asked, which we
Yeah.
didn't get to.
Yeah. Will you talk about that, or do you want me to?
You can go ahead.
Okay. So money, like, Isha said, is energy. And cash, like we were talking to you about, is currency. So when you look at money and you look at cash, now money includes currency, money includes cash. So when you are asking for money and there's cash showing up, are you only looking at the cash, and are you not willing to look at the energy that expands your world? Someone buying you a cup of coffee is money. Someone giving you a tight hug and being that caring and nurturing energy that you require right now in these 10 seconds is money. That you can't even put a number or a figure to, because in those 10 seconds, what you required is just what they delivered.
It's wealth.
That's money. Yeah, that's
When we
wealth.
say money, it's wealth. Like a warm hug from someone is the wealthiest receiving you can ever have. You can't put a number on it. You can't judge it. Leela, you have your hand up.
Yes, I have a question. Um, so when I'm manifestation, like I always like have free coffee, someone treat me uh very delicious meal, or like someone to offer me like very beautiful villa, and then but no cash. So how to having a cash?
Isha, you want to take that?
Are you doing the How to Become Money workbook?
Yeah, I actually start to doing it.
That's fabulous. I cannot tell you how my personal financial reality changed when I opened that book and started doing it for myself like 8 years ago. And keep doing it. I promise you, your world will change. And have patience with yourself, please. Patience and gratitude. And if you would
Okay,
truly,
thank you.
truly, truly like to go, ask for it. Don't ask, I mean, ask for it and then ask for the money to show up to support you. Don't directly go into putting all the weightage on the money to show up, because that's not what you're asking for. What you're really, really asking for is that vacation, or it's whatever that is, or that meal, or whatever that is. Ask for that. And then ask for the money to show up to support you in going there or choosing that for yourself. And don't give up. Please never give in, never give up, and never quit. And do not judge yourself if you think it didn't work out. The universe works in very mysterious ways. Very. You like, it will take some, it's, you know what's funny? Sometimes 10 years later, when you look back and you're like, this thing was being woven since 10 years and I couldn't see it coming till now. So the universe never stops having your back. You need to continue having your back, irrespective of anything that shows up. So never give up, never give in, and never quit. And always know whatever will show up will be the greatest for you in that moment. Even if it looks like it's the worst thing that could have ever happened to you right now. It is going to be something that will create greater. If you don't go into the wrongness of yourself. And which comes to our, I guess, first tool, which we haven't even gone to yet. It is, money follows joy. Joy does not follow money. So if you're looking to get happy after you achieve X amount of money, whatever that number is for each one of you, I'm sorry to break your bubble, but it's not going to happen.
I have a question, Isha.
Yes.
Can I ask
Please.
everyone that question? How many of you are waiting to be happy when you have money?
A lot of us. I feel like a lot of people on this
Right?
planet,
Yeah.
a lot of people on this planet kind of put their joy, their happiness on their bank account, and it just doesn't ever work out.
I
Yeah, they're
would,
like, I'll be happy when I have money. Right now, I'm not happy because I don't have money.
So were you saying something?
yeah. Sorry to say like that, but I would love to share here that yes, last year it happened with me. Before that, I was having a mindset, ki being a female, how can I earn? This was a social, that conditioning was there. Last year, I started earning. So, example, I earned some amount in the first month, and when I calculated at the end of the month, and tears came to my ears, my eyes, sorry, कि what is this? I'm not happy. I earned so much. Means इतने सालों का from so many years there was a block कि I can't earn, but I earn. But I'm not happy. The next month it was doubled. Still I'm
Wow.
checking, I'm not happy. Third month it again doubled. Still I was not happy. So it was so surprising to me in the means in on experiential level कि I'm earning so great every month my income is doubling and the happiness is nowhere around me. So it's I just wanted to share that.
I love that. I feel that is one of the most empowering moments when you have that awareness. Because we
And
all,
now I'm focusing in this year I'm focusing on happiness every moment. I have done so much of gratitude journal, but what I'm feeling nowadays, like how gratitude is such a subtle energy which gives happiness, which I was writing and it was not on the experience. I was not experiencing it, I was just writing it, but now when it is coming, like it's very different. Thank you.
Yeah. So the first tool, as we were talking, is money follows joy. So it's like, most of us are looking to find joy when we have money. But if you are creating your life from that space, you're actually creating your life in reverse gear. You're not going to move forward. You're just going to keep moving backwards. So you said you want to say more about money follows joy. I know that's such a brilliant tool. You're just acknowledging that money follows joy.
I would give you guys home play if you would like to have more money in your world, is go home and choose 3 things that actually give you joy and make your being happy. And when your being is truly joyful, money will just follow because you're not needy of money. You're not running behind it. It's very simple as like look at friendship. If you're running behind friendship, those friends like feel like you're sucking, you're like a vampire sucking their energy dry, and they want to run away from you. Money is the same thing. If you run behind money, money will only run away from you
Yeah.
because it's energy.
And it's like you're pushing energy to money, right? By running
Yeah.
behind. Yeah.
So it's like, how much joy can you choose for yourself? That will have all the money show up as though by magic, because you're not being the vampire with that sucking energy from money. In fact, you're being a welcoming, warm space that actually nurtures it, feeds it, and allows it to grow. It's like a plant. Have you ever grown a plant and nurtured it? It's really like having it's like it's a huge responsibility to make it grow. That plant, that tree of yours, giving it the correct environment, giving it the correct amount of water, making sure it's fed. And energy is the same thing. What you have to be willing to grow things in the environment that it needs, whether it's relationships, whether it's money, whether it's your body. If you put it in an environment that doesn't work for it, what's going to happen? It will die. It will. It doesn't mean you are wrong. It just means the environment's got to change. And that's the thing with money. You've got to nurture it from the space of gratitude. You've got to nurture it from the space of true joy. Those are the fertilizers for growth.
Amazing. So I love that home play of going back home and doing three things that bring you joy. It could be simple things like gardening, cooking, playing with your dogs, going for a stroll, going for a walk, listening to music, going for a swim. They don't have to be complicated things like climbing the Everest.
Ah, it could be that too, if that's
Could be
what
that too.
you joy. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we have questions here. We have Sri Devi first, then we'll go to Muskan, then we'll go to Yaksh. Sri Devi?
Hi. I have heard many times that money follows joy. Sorry, joy follows money.
Yeah.
So I had
I don't
Joy
decided
know
the
follows
what
next
money?
step
Do you
what's
think
left.
going
joy
on here.
follows
One
money?
second. I'm confused.
I am too.
Yeah. First I was confused, then I made it clear like joy
Okay.
follows money. So that time I decided whenever I have the next pet, if it's a male, I'll keep his name Joy. And when I
Oh,
get the female pet, I'll keep her name Money. So the joy will follow money.
that's
And
hilarious.
I got a day 2 3 days ago. A stray cat was being attacked by an animal. So I got it at home, and he was not being able to walk. Now he's better, but still he's not being able to walk properly. And I named him Joy.
Adorable.
And this is money for me. The happiness, because my kids have grown up. I don't have a small child like whom I can take care or love or cuddle him or kiss him or talk to him. I can, so that I can keep it on my lap and cuddle him and love him. But this is a gift, maybe for a few days, but this is a gift, and this is money for me. I'm very happy with it, and he's recovering now.
Great. Okay,
And
should we go
I
to
have
Muskan
received
then?
money.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah, Muskan, you have a question?
have something more to talk. I have received money magically, like uh where I really required money, and at that time I was waiting for my payment to come, and it was being delayed, and I needed money to survive in Mumbai. Okay, for, for food and transportation. That day, one day I just got the money in the parking. I don't know who had left the money over there. Maybe he was removing something from his pocket and the money had fell. Approximately 850 or 950 money was there. Notes were there. I immediately picked up the money and kept it in my jeans pocket and went into the office again. There was a camera in the parking, but still no one asked me about that. And I thought if anybody asked me, I'll keep some money and return the rest of the money. But no one asked me. The entire money was mine. And really, whenever I'm surrendered to the universe, I'm in the surrender mode. At that time, I get the help in any form, whether it is a money or any form of guidance. I really get it. I'm really thankful for that.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Okay, Muskan, let's go to the next question. Just because this conversation is, there's so much that we have to share. So it would be great if you girls, if you all here could come up with your questions.
Hi,
Hello,
Muskan.
ladies. How are
How are
Hello.
you?
you?
I
Good.
firstly have to thank you guys. Because of you two, we're on a date walk tonight to listen to you both about money and
That's
make
Thank
this as
awesome.
a way
you.
for us to hopefully, start to acknowledge that, just like you said, money and the energy. And I think there's been so many aha moments. We're both going like, why didn't we think about this before? And the whole idea of joy attracting money, this one is so huge. So thank you for sharing that. This for a moment we were like, for 2 years, every time we get together, we fight about why we're not able to create. And we just realized that we wasted that time in a way. And that joy that we had in that moment also ran away. That little bit of joy that was there in that moment, we were like kind of, hustling each other to figure out, who's making how much and like how are we able to sustain this and things like that. And I think you both just changed so much in this very moment for both of us. So thank you so much. I just wanted to
Oh,
acknowledge that.
Awesome.
you're
Thank
welcome,
you so
Muskan.
much.
Yeah. You know, that first tool of money follows joy is one of the most freeing tools in access, because the need of money goes and your embracing of joy and creation starts to be more. So yes, it is a brilliant
And I've
map.
done the money workbook, and this is still me. So there's obviously so much work to be done, which is amazing. It's such a journey. It's such a journey.
It's
Yes,
such
it
a
is.
journey.
Indeed.
Thank you
Awesome.
so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you for
Thank
sharing, guys.
you.
We have Kam, Kam, Cam. I don't know how to pronounce.
This is
Hi.
Kamini.
Kamini.
Kamini, hey.
I thought you were some French or some, something. Cam, Cam.
Cam, Okay, so I wanted to ask that I desire to buy a very luxurious car, and I have made a goal that I should buy it in this year only. Okay, so I also know that I don't have that much budget also. So what tools shall I use, or what shall I do so that my goal can be accomplished easily?
The first thing that I would like to say about goal is that goal is the energy of a goal, a GAOL. So the
Hmm.
energy of goal and the energy of Gaul, GAOL, which is a prison. If like the old time, the Gaul was a prison, and the energy of both is the same. It's like the energy of debt and the energy of death is the same. Similarly, the energy of Gaul and the energy of goal is the same. So we don't really, it's like a limitation if you really want to have a goal. But if you look at the energy of a target, if you look at the energy of an ask, it's open-ended. It
Okay.
doesn't have, it's not a completion. A goal is a completion. A goal is like, I want this, and then when I have this, I'll be happy because I have this. A
Right.
target is, I'd like to have something that could add to my life, a car that could add to my life, a car that would bring joy, a car that I could have fun with, a car
Okay.
that can create me more money.
Hmm.
But it doesn't have
Most
it's not
importantly, a
limited.
car that can support
Yeah,
you in creating what you really truly desire to create.
yeah,
Okay.
that. And which is not limited by when, which is the time, and it's not limited by the how.
Okay.
So a goal works within the when and the
You
how.
know what?
It's a limitation. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Like what you're really asking for is for a car that expands your world. And
Yes.
we think, what did you call it? A luxury car?
Yes.
We think that is something that would expand our world. Now, that's a conclusion. That's a very big conclusion. You want to really ask for something, for a car that can support you to show up, that would expand your reality and your world like nothing ever before. That's what you're asking.
Okay.
And for all you know, something even greater will show up that you didn't think that you could have. Or
Oh,
something else may show up that will just blow your mind in ways that you didn't think could ever. So ask for that, because that is the energy underlying that, and see what shows up.
and is it like if we have something brand in our mind, we should limit ourselves to a brand, or it should be like any luxurious car? If I want to buy Mercedes, okay, so I should be like specific that I desire to have Mercedes, or it could be any car which will expand my world. What kind of ask I should have?
Ask for a car that expands your world, because when you ask for just a Mercedes, then you are actually concluding that a Mercedes is what will bring you joy.
It
Okay.
comes from
It's
a lot
your
of
first, yeah.
judgment of who you will
Yeah.
be once you have the Mercedes. Like it's just a lot of judgment, positive judgment about who you will become once you can have that car.
Yes. True.
Nothing to do with awareness. It has nothing to do with expansion, and it has nothing to do with being you.
Okay.
But it's like ask for something that expands your reality and you're energetically congruent with actually receiving it. You want to
Okay.
be energetically congruent with receiving what you're asking for.
Right.
Otherwise, you know,
Hmm.
up your ask and at the same time, up your energetic congruence with it.
Okay. Got it.
And then
And
ask for
Isha
something that
also, Isha, what you also spoke about is that the positive judgment, and it's a positive judgment that leads to the creation of a personality based on how one
yeah.
should look, based on what car they have, or, right? So maybe we can clear all the personalities out there also, all the
So all the
structure of the
personalities,
personalities.
um, all the personalities creating judgment of success, can we destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Right, bad pot, pork, online, shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. All the personalities creating separation of you into failure and success. Can we destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, online, shorts, boys, poets, and beyond. And there's a really funny energy on the call right now. I don't know if you can sense it, Mom, but there's
Yeah, it's
almost
almost
like,
like maybe the structures or the financial structures that are coming up right now that everyone's just so aware of, and it's so solid. So what if we can just destroy and uncreate all the financial structures that we are holding on to that show up as personality, image, or judgments, positive or negative? Can we destroy
yes.
and uncreate all of that, please?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, online shots, boys, poets, and beyonds. All the financial structures and all the personalities and all the electromagnetic personalities based, and the morality and the immorality of the right amount of money and the right car and the wrong car that you are operating within that keeps you limited and
Yes.
in rejection instead of receiving. Would you destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, online shots, boys, poets, and
And
beyond.
I want to say, keep going, keep asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do not take this as you have to smaller your ask. That's not at all what this facilitation was about. It's like bigger your ask.
Hmm.
That's
Yes.
what
Yes.
we're talking about. So please do not. I feel like there was like a misidentification and misapplication of that, which was creating that funny energy. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about really expanding your ask even more. And if a
Hmm.
What
Mercedes
if she
is
gets a Rolls
genuinely,
Royce, right?
exactly, yes. So what if it's not about the brand? It's what if it's about the energy that really expands your world? And what
Right.
if you could recognize a car for the energy that it is and not the judgment that it brings on?
Hmm. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your question. Muskan is saying, my
Yeah.
son would love a Rolls Royce.
Oh, yeah. Ask him to ask for it.
Yeah.
Kids have no point of view, see? We have a point of view of how much money we need for a Rolls Royce. Does it fit my personality? Does it look right on me? But children don't have a point of view. They'll just be like, I'd like that, please. Because for
Yeah.
them, you are the universe. But are you willing to be that ask of the universe, looking at the universe and being, hey, universe, I'd like to have this now, without a
And
point of
also, sorry, go on.
just that.
And also what is a, like an amazing ask for you may not be so amazing for someone else. And what may be, um, something beyond your reach for some, not be, like according to your point of view, it's like, okay, this is beyond my reach, so I'm gonna ask for that so I can have that in my world. And it may not be true for someone else. So it's really person to person, world to world. You don't have to ever adopt anyone else's ask, anyone else's point of view, or anyone else's reality. You please follow your knowing, um, and your asks with what you want to have and create as your life.
Muskan says, I'm such a party pooper sometimes with a magical ask.
How many times have you been a party pooper to your asks? Maybe start there.
Or you
And
believe you don't deserve something, or you believe you can't have something.
yeah. And you can never be a party pooper to anyone else's asks. It's always their choice. There's always going to be judgment, um, with an ask. If if you share your ask with 10 people, 10 people will have different opinions to give you, but it's like boils down to you at the end of the day if you're still going to go for it or if you're going to buy into other people's opinions. So I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but you can never be your son's asks.
And maybe you can teach your son to talk to the car and ask the car, hey, will you make me the money, please? I'd like to have you.
Yeah. Okay. So
So
is
let's
there
go to our
any
second tool. We have 3 tools to share. What's our second tool, Isha?
10% account?
Ah,
Create a 10% honoring account for yourselves, guys. This tool is amazing. Every penny that comes into your world, take 10% account and put it in, take 10% out and put it aside as an honoring of your actions, of your choices, and you, the being. And don't touch it. It's not to spend it on anything. It's not your savings. Just keep putting it, every penny that comes in, take 10% out and put it into your account, 10% account, and allow it to grow. Allow it to grow, keep growing, keep growing, keep growing. As it grows, so will your being, so will your world, so will your business, and every aspect of your life that you will be amazed at. And the only thing that you can ever spend your 10% account on is anything that grows, nothing that can ever diminish. So only invest your 10% account in further growth for your future. Mama, you want to add to that?
yeah. So, you can buy items like gold, silver, antiques, art, which basically multiplies, it grows, it doesn't diminish.
Yeah.
So don't waste your money. Don't waste your 10% on bags and shoes.
Please.
Because the minute you walk out of the store, it's down to zero. If not
Yeah.
zero, maybe 30%.
You
So
can get all of that. I'm not saying don't have it. Please have it if that's what you would like, but don't spend your 10% account on that.
yes, you can also invest it on land, Angelique. Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely, you can invest it in land.
Yeah. So these are great. This is a brilliant tool. The 10% account is one of my favorite tools. And if you do land up spending it on something besides, what we talked about, don't judge yourself for it. Restart. It's never too late. Restart. It doesn't matter. Don't go into, oh my God, I landed up spending my, 10% and I'm now going to finish all my money flows and my money flows are going to dry up. Don't go down the rabbit hole. Instead, look at it and be like, okay, I can restart that. What will it take to outcreate that?
Yeah,
And come
that.
from that space.
Yeah.
You
And
don't
your
just spend it on
10%
classes, darling. Sorry. Yeah,
your
somebody
10%
else.
account really is here to support you in growing your life, your world, your business, your relationships, your being. And so if you spend it on something, just ask for it to grow your future. Don't judge it. Just ask the energy of that to grow your future and thank it for being there. Because if you spent your 10% account on something, it was obviously something that was really important. So maybe thank it for even being there, for making it available, that was possible. Just ask it to grow your future. 10% account
Third
is
one.
amazing.
Yeah,
The
it
third
really.
one, which we kind of already have spoken about, but we'll talk about it again, is
Yeah.
you do not have a money problem, you have a receiving problem.
What is
The more,
receiving?
the more you're willing to receive, the more money you will be willing to have. And it's not only with money, the more adoration you will be willing to receive, the more gratitude you can really receive, the more energy you can receive. So more receiving you're willing to have, you really, really are willing to receive more energetically. And like we spoke about in the beginning of the call, money is just energy. So money will also grow completely. Um, what is receiving? What is receiving, mom?
Well, receiving for me is that space of complete vulnerability, complete barriers down, where there is no point of view and no judgment. So I can actually receive every energy and choose what works for me. So it's not like what you have to, what you receive, you have to choose. It's like walking into a restaurant and looking at the buffet and being like, okay, I'll receive the color of all the food, I'll receive the smell of all the food, but I choose what I want to eat.
Yeah.
So receiving is your willingness to look at what is the way it is instead of judging it for the way it should be or it's not, or it should not be. That is what
I
it for me. What is it for you, Isha?
I was asking myself as you were speaking, and it's like for me, receiving is the willingness to look at every possibility in the universe and not reject anything.
Wow.
Like looking at every single possibility and actually allowing myself to know which of them would work for me the best.
Mm,
It's not, if you're receiving something, doesn't mean you can't say no. In receiving, it's okay to say no, I wouldn't like this because it doesn't work for me. But receiving means you're not judging anything and anyone. You've looked at it, you've wondered about it. No, thank you, I'm okay. But you won't go to judging it. There won't even be like a second thought that crosses your mind about judgment of it. The second judgment steps in, it's like receiving flies out. That's the only it's literally the hugest element of receiving is lack of judgment equals more receiving.
hmm. So, how do we expand our receiving? Is there a book to read, or is there a clearing to do, or what do we do?
I feel that we've spoken only about that throughout the call today. All that has been on this call has been about expanding receiving.
Yeah.
I mean, you can ask a question like, what is receiving for me? That's a great question to understand, like what is receiving for you?
And what about this workbook?
How to become money workbook.
Who's read it here? Has anybody read this workbook? Anybody else?
Amazing. Amazing.
Amazing. So I
Yes,
know
I
that.
have.
Yes, mom. Yeah. Yay,
So
Nisha.
So the How to Become Money workbook doesn't only talk about growing money. The tools I have got from that workbook, it's something that I cannot even put into words about actually being so present with your life. After reading this book, it's like a tool for your entire freaking life. It's amazing.
Yes, truly, truly. So we are starting with how to become money workbook. Isha is going to be facilitating us through this. And Isha, if you can put in the dates, please. And for everyone who's on this particular call, and everyone, we have like over, I don't know how many people signed up for this webinar. So for everyone, if you catch the replay, we have a special price for those who have
Yes.
signed up for the webinar. And Isha, do you know what it is? I know I
It
saved it.
is. I do know what it is. So
Okay.
the price for the How to Become Money workbook is 11,000 INR. And I'm just putting the link in. There we go. And if you're choosing from this call, because we had this call today, you get to pay 7,500 rupees for the entire class.
Amazing. And how many dollars is that? How much is 11,000? I will calculate.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
Okay. So the cost of the class is $132, but if you're choosing from this call today, you pay $90.
And you can get the workbook from Amazon or
Yes,
from
the
the
work.
Access shop. Yeah. Yay, Josette. I'm excited
So
too.
happy to see you, Josette. I wish I could jump through the screen and just give you a hug. Like, I wish I could do that, but not yet. One day.
Oh, November.
One day. Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Yes, looking
Uh,
forward. So everyone who would like to reach out, I am Isha's host and promoter, and you can reach out to me. And
and the
well,
link is in the chat.
yes. And how many times is the
Many times
class?
the class. This is if you click on the link in the chat, the dates of the class, the time of the class, the number of classes that we will have in this, all of it is written. So you will get all the information you would like. And if you would like any more clarity, please feel free to get in touch with mom or me.
There
Is
is
there
no
any
direct, Josette. So anyone can join this class. Yeah.
should I also just put my phone number in here in case
Yes,
someone would
please.
like to get in
Yes,
touch?
please. Yeah.
There you go.
And the time
Please
Mukta's
do
asking.
not share this with someone who's not a part of Access because, I don't want to be getting calls. But but if you'd like to share it with someone who is interested, I'm more than happy to chat with them.
And Mukta's asking for the time, please, Isha.
Yes.
Indian time.
Yes. It's going to be at 9 p.m. IST.
Amazing.
Yes.
9 p.m. IST, which would be Mauritius time, 10:30. No, 10:30? No, 7:30.
Josette, do we know the conversion of the time? I know it's 8:30 a.m. California time. That I'm aware of. Mauritius we'll know in 1
Yes.
second.
7:30 p.m.
p.m.
Mauritius
That's
time.
great. That's a fantastic time for
Indonesia time would be 10:30 p.m. A
Indonesia's
great way
10:30
of going to
p.m.
bed every night, making money and sleeping.
Country code. That's a
Yes.
very good question. 001 is country code. Jessie auntie, you can order. I think I read. How do I order it? Somewhere, right? Yes. You can order it through Amazon, and I can. The
Maybe
book
share the
is
link
on
also.
Amazon.
How long is the, I want to do the course. How long is it for?
It's going to be a 10-day call. 10
Because
different
11th to 15th, I'm in Hawaii. So would
Okay.
that,
That would be okay. We'd still be recording each class, so the replay will be uploaded and be given to you. So in case even if anyone is busy, the replay is instantly uploaded, and you can still have it with you and watch it whenever you are free.
And the
so
one thing
great
that
for both of you today. It was just such an eye opener, and for all the questions, really grateful. Thank you. And I've
Thank you so
and
much for
I don't have
speaking.
this, Isha, I'm not very good, but if you send me the link to sign up or
Okay,
through here,
I will send it. I will send it to you.
thank you.
Thank you for being
Thank you,
here.
Jessie. It was wonderful
I
having you on.
love it.
And
It's
the
lovely.
one thing that I also would like to acknowledge about Isha's classes is the that she gets this, she creates this fabulous PDF with clearings after her calls also. And those are really magical. So
Yeah.
yeah, guys, it's like
Something,
I am
yeah.
definitely signing up for Isha's class. Isha, I'm
Yeah,
signing
they
up
are.
too. Jessie and I are going to be on. Anybody else wanting to hop on, you can reach out to us.
Isha, very
Uh,
impressed, very grateful. I'm
you.
just overwhelmed. I haven't seen this side of you, haven't spent much time with you, but I feel I can learn so much from you, Isha. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you so
Thank you so much for your beautiful acknowledgement. That means a
I'm
lot to me.
Maybe I can sign in when I'm in Hawaii also. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, yes, absolutely you can.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, PDFs will be given after each call. So there will be the top clearings for the day that we may have done, or maybe from the book, and PDF after each call will be created and given, and we will have a WhatsApp thread, WhatsApp group where we can all stay connected, ask questions. If there's something going on for you in your world after the class, you can, always type it in. And it's going to be a contribution group. We are all here to contribute to each other. So yeah, you have my phone number now. You can call me, you can text me. Happy to text you.
And I've sent the link, Muskan, again. Yeah. All right. So lovely. And thank you everyone for joining us in
Let
from
us have a
all different
picture.
parts of the world.
Smile,
Yes,
please.
Harish, absolutely. Harish
Yes.
always captures the best pictures.
I know, he takes the best photographs.
Smile, please. Anybody else? Thank you.
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Yogesh. I just saw your thank you. I am so grateful to each one of you. Thank you for being here. And I cannot wait to get this party started.
Me too.
Bye.
All right, guys. Bye.
Much.
Good night.
Good night.